It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes, hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Marching line, hey, hey.
evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, and welcome to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is Thursday night, and your Gambler Motorsports fall season week number 4. Tonight we invade the sprint car capital of the world. The Knoxville Raceway will play host to round number 4. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. We are not too far away. We're about a minute away from rolling over into the first of 3 heat races on the program, with a field of 22 drivers signing into the pit area downstairs on the infield. 16 of those drivers have taken, now make that 17, have taken time. And again, 3 heats on the program. How it's going to work here tonight on this doubleheader: 3 heat races on the program, 8 laps. Everybody will make it to the main event. After our 3rd heat race, we will roll into a 3-minute warm-up session where, of course, we'll play a quick commercial break, come back, and then we will have our 30-lap main event for your top-notch trucking 358 modifieds. And then, of course, after that is done, we roll into the drivers will load up the small block modifieds and outroll the big blocks later on tonight to wrap up a doubleheader here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and on Ultimate Dirt TV fall season week number 4. Been a wonderful 3 weeks of racing so far. No NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series broadcast tonight. So if there is a broadcaster out there, feel free to message the Coast to Coast Racing website. You can check them out on the World Wide Web at www.c2crl.com. But 19 cars have taken time. 3 drivers have yet to take time in practice. But let's see how that one will all change as we get ready for the opening heat race of the night. And let's take a look at your starting grid. And on the pole position, in car number 513, Jeffrey Barker. To the outside of the front row from position number 2, it's the 007 entry of Michael Vecchio. We go to your second row from position number 3, it's the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. To the outside, the 25, Gary Sigelcoat lines up at a position number 4. We go to the third row inside from position number 5, driving car number 4. That is Scott Rayomi. To his outside, the 39 of Patrick Spangler lines up at a position number 6. Then we go to the 7th and 8th starting position for heat race number 1 from position number 7. Driving the Venom Racing Super Dirt Car Series car number 17 entry from 7. That is Mark Gilbert. And lining up at a position number 8, driving car number 20, the KSR entry, that is Blake Chapman. Blake Chapman in car number 20 will line up what is an 8-car field at the moment. We are just waiting on one driver, and that happens to be Mark Gilbert, who looks like he did not make the call. So some issues there for the 17, but that will put 7 cars on the racetrack. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder. Fall season, week number 4. We look forward to having your company for the remainder of tonight, but also the remainder of the season. Here we go. Green flag set to fly. The safety car will take left-hand turn, come back into the pits. Jeffrey Barker getting ready to lead us off turn number 4. They wait for the iRacing green flag to come out. That's what starts the initial race. There we go. Green flag is up. The throttles are down, and we're off down into turn number 1 and 2. Schatzer moved quickly to the inside on the 007 of Michael Vecchio. Schatzer straight up into the runner-up position. Oh boy, Scott Rayomi in the 4 car got some problems. Chapman already coming from the 4th row. He's up to position number 4 already. Now coming down to the inside on Michael Vecchio as they sweep down into the first turn. Vecchio looking to the outside. Chapman down to the inside. They go side by side down the back straightaway. Patrick Spangler watching these 2 cars battle it out for the 3rd and 4th position. Meanwhile, Kurt Schatzer closing in on your race leader right now. 2 down, 6 to run, 3 miles left around the Knoxville Raceway. Here comes Schatzer with a huge run, a huge momentum down the back straightaway. He's now all over the back of the 513 car of Jeffrey Barker. Meanwhile, Chapman, Vecchio, Spangler, they rank up your top 5. Rayomi and Sigilco, those drivers sitting back there in 6th and 7th position, but the battle is on for the race lead. Barker still got it from Schatzer. Past the Ryan Clausen, Sweet Tower here at the Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world. Playing host to your 358 modifieds and big block modifieds later on. Jeffrey Barker still leading the way at the halfway point of heat race number 1. 3 heats on the program, all 8 laps in distance. And if we had 25 or more cars, we would have taken the top 4 to the main event. However, 24 or less means everybody will make it straight into the show. Battle is on right now as Vecchio and Spangler. Spangler's got the run on the outside. Move Patrick Spangler up to position number 4. Here comes Vecchio fighting back to the inside once again. Meanwhile, Chapman is all over Kurt Schatzer with 2 to run. Remember, Chapman had to start position number 8 from that 4th row at the back of the bus by himself. Coming to the white flag, 1 to run. Heat race number 1, fall season week number 4, Jeffrey Barker looking to continue to lead the way here in the 358 modifieds. Past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Final time for drivers in heat race number 1. Down into turn 3. Up for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Jeffrey Barker gets the win. Jeffrey Barker will start on pole of your main event. Second will go to Kurt Schatzer. Blake Chapman will come home third. Fourth will be Patrick Spangler. Fifth is going to be Michael Vecchio. Let's take a look at heat race number 1 results coming up on screen to get your confirmation. Jeffrey Barker, Kurt Schatzer, Blake Chapman go 1, 2 and 3. Patrick Spangler 4. Michael Vecchio 5th. Scott Rayomi 6th. 7th will go to Gary Sigilco with Mark Gilbert not able to make the call for heat race number 1. Heat number 2 will line up like this on the pole position. In car number 339, that is Brian Beam to his outside, the LGR Motorsports Redline Race Designs. Car number 56, that is Randy Shreves. We go into the second row from position number 3, driving the 007, the expert insulation, Samuel Backman. To the outside, the Venom Racing 93 car, Jason Butterfield from 4. From 5 with the 61 car, the Fast Eddie's Jacob Musso. To the outside, Anthony Morano, car number 32 from 6. And from position number 7, it's going to be car number 76 of Harold Klump. Safety car once again goes infield. We get ready to go. Green Brian Beam on the gas just a little too early. Green flag is out. We're underway. Heat number 2. She's Backman. Nearly 3 wide down the back straightaway. Butterfield keeping on. Butterfield, Morano and Musso. 3 wide for the race lead. To the outside goes the 56 of Randy Shreves. And Randy Shreves is going to lead lap number 1. But here comes Jason Butterfield now. Butterfield gets around the 007. Oh boy, look how Brian Beam moves up the racetrack. Butterfield got caught in that one. So Brian Beam, boy, he's been in the thick of things already here in the opening couple of laps. Morano in car 32. Look out, here he comes. The expert insulation number 007 car. The Full Throttle Motorsports entry of Backman has got his teammate Morano to the outside to the team cars and the teammates. Nearly going 3 wide. Backman's got the preferred line on the inside as Brian Beam just holding up the 32 car of Morano. But Morano now is going to dive down to the inside. Slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. Brian Beam going to back out. And here comes Jacob Musso now past the 339 down the back straightaway. Randy Shreves, a 1.3 second lead he had. Going down into turn 3 and at the start-finish line, it's going to be right around the 1.3 second mark one more time. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to run. Boy, it would be a mammoth effort for Anthony Morano to get the win here in heat race number 2. I think other than Randy Shreves making a mistake or putting himself into the wall or hitting the inside berm, I don't think Shreves is going to have all that much pressure right now from the 32. In fact, he pulled away from Anthony Morano there on the previous lap. Fastest car on the racetrack On the previous lap was Samuel Backman in the 007 machine. Coming to 2 to go. Shree's now the fastest car on the racetrack. A 19.809. He's got a 10th and a half over Anthony Morano. Speaking of Morano, he's got a fast finishing 007 machine of Samuel Backman all over the back of him now through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 2. Penultimate heat race of the night past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum one more time. Into turn number 3 for your race leader. Off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Randy Shrees gets the win. Anthony Morano will hold on to the runner-up position. Samuel Backman will come home 3rd. Jacob Musso 4th. 5th is going to go to Harold Klump. Brian Beam home in 6th with Jason Butterfield coming home in the 7th position. So there is Randy Shrees, Anthony Morano, Samuel Backman going 1, 2 and 3. Jacob Musso, Harold Klump, Brian Beam, Jason Butterfield make up the 7 cars for heat number 2. Heat number 3, final heat race of the night, and boy, he's been blessed with the front row in a pole position. Starting spot, it's the 5 car of Isaac Salas. To the outside of the front row, the 397 of Alex Pomelo from position number 2. We go to the row number 2 inside car number 9, the Super Car Series Venom Racing entry. That is Brian Lawson. He's outside the 18 of Logan Wentz from 4. From 5, it's the Fast Eddie 63 of Joseph Musso to the outside. Happy Halloween, it's Bob DeGood in car number 7 from 6. And Braden Templeton lines up the Dirt Track Bags GY6 Racing Network. Car number 31 from position number 7. Safety car coming in. Waiting for the green flag to drop so the drivers can push the throttle down and go fast around the Knoxville Raceway. Green flag goes out right at the start and finish line, so very, very late green. And expect Isaac Salas to really run away with this one. Boy, I tell you what, immediately goes the 9 car, Brian Lawson. He put the move there on Alex Pomelo, but Pomelo says, no way. You just told your line. Oh, well, here comes Logan Wentz to the outside now on Lawson. Lawson gets shuffled back to 4th as Logan Wentz quickly moves up to position number 3, but not for long because Brian Lawson, boy, he made the bottom side work very quickly there into turn number 1 and 2. DeGood struggling back there in the 7 car in position number 6. He's got Templeton all over the back of him as they work down through 3 and 4 and down the front straight away. Salas, your race leader, looking to start inside the 2nd row from position number 3 in tonight's main event. Pomelo back there in 2nd position. Logan Wentz has found himself in 4th as Brian Lawson in 3rd position. Just behind Logan Wentz is the 63 car of Joseph Musso in the 7 car, Bob DeGood. Well, I tell you what, DeGood trying to scare the pants off the Fast Eddie 63 car as he picks up another position. So now Bob DeGood has found his way to position number 5 and now coming up the 4th place driver of Logan Wentz down into 3 and 4 we go. Final heat race of the night for your 358 modifieds. Wentz, DeGood, Musso and Templeton 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th on screen right now. Musso caught the wall there on the back straightaway just before he got into turn number 3. Had to check up and that allowed Brandon Templeton to go on by. And that Dirt Track Banks number 31 car, he had to start tailing Charlie in this field from position number 7. He's only been able to move forward just 1 spot. That's 3 starting positions in tonight's main event. So we watch Pomelo and Lawson nose to tail down into turn number 1 and 2. Boy, I tell you what, Pomelo and Lawson, they have got a 10th quicker than Isaac Salas at the moment. Salas, although, yeah, he might be out in front, I think he's just starting to search for different racing lines. Here at the Knoxville Raceway, 1 flag is out. 1 lap left to go, 4 turns, half a mile. And Isaac Salas has gotten through the first 2 turns down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4, Isaac Salas will put himself in a good starting spot for tonight's main event. He will come home with the winning position. Heat race number 3. Alex Pomelo will come home 2nd. Third will be Brian Lawson. Logan Wentz comes home 4th. Bob DeGood Makes up the top 5. 6 is going to be Brandon Templeton, and Joseph Musso comes home in position number 7. We have a warm-up session, which means we'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV, step aside here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come back with your 30-lap main event in 3 minutes' time.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, we are back here live on Ultimate Dirt TV and live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. That means it is now time for your main event here from the Knoxville Raceway. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for your 30-lap feature event in your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season Week number 4, presented by Top Notch Trucking. On the pole position, driving the 513 car, that is Jeffrey Barker. To the outside of the front row, the 56 of Randy Streets from position number 2. From position number 3, driving the 5 machine, that is Isaac Salas. To the outside, the 218 from 4, that is Kurt Schatzer. We go to your third row. From position number 5, the 32 of Anthony Morano. From 6, the 397 from position number 6, that is Alex Pomelo. Fourth row inside, from 7, it's the 20 of Blake Chapman. From 8, it's the 007 of Samuel Backman. From position number 9, it's the 9 car, Brian Lawson. From 10, the 39 of Patrick Spangler. From position number 11, the 61 of Jacob Musso. To the outside, from 12, the 18 of Logan Wentz. From 13, the 007 of Michael Vecchio. From 14, the 76 of Harold Klump. From 15, the 7 of Bob DeGood. From 16, the 4 of Scott Riomi. From 17, the 339 of Brian Beam. From 18, the 31 of Brandon Templeton. From 19, the 25 of Gary Sigelco. From 20, it's the 93 of Jason Butterfield. And your 11th and final row from 21 and 22. From 21, that's the 63 of Joseph Musso. From 22, the 17 of Mark Gilbert. And our lineup is set, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Knoxville Raceway. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, full season, week number 4, live from the Knoxville Raceway. 358 modifieds. Let's get dirty for 30. The green flag is up, it's down, the throttle is down to the floor, and we are underway in your main events. Everybody looking to get through the first and second turn nice and smooth, and looks like we have done that. Jeffrey Barker will lead lap number 1, not without the company of Isaac Salas and Randy Shreves. Shreves is in the runner-up position. Salas now goes to the middle of the racetrack to the inside. He goes on Shreves. Shreves has got the run, but here comes Salas with a huge head of steam down the back straightaway. Chapman coming through in that number 20 machine as well, just as we go yellow. Oh, the 63 of Joseph Musso. Let's take a look. Oh, in fact, it all started here with Bob to Good. So there was a little contact there. Looks like Templeton just moved down the racetrack just a little bit. Just caught the right front. And I believe that was Butterfield in the 93, had nowhere to go. So the Good goes around, Joseph Musso goes around. Unfortunately, those two drivers will go to the back of the field. But just to complete what will now be 2 laps complete, still 28 to run. There's still a whole lot of racing left to come here from the Knoxville Raceway. Don't forget, we've still got the big block modifieds to come after this one. So the big blocks will take their turn. But again, the drivers will have to wait because we have got to get this 358 modifiers in. A big thank you to, of course, Top Notch Trucking, Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, summer, make that fall season. I'm so used to saying summer season. It is now fall season for week number 4. Get a reminder tonight, no NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series broadcast. So right after the big block modifieds is done, we will shut everything down. But don't forget, still plenty of action to come live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network each and every week. If you want to know more, check out Coast to Coast Racing on the World Wide Web, www.c2crl.com. Green flag back up in the air. We are underway one more time with Jeffrey Barker looking to hold on to a main event victory, but there's still plenty of time left for the rest of the field to make a charge at that number 1 position. Meanwhile, Schatzer in the 218 gets to the outside of the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Morano looking out of the inside now at Isaac Salas. They work down the front straightaway. Battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th happening right now. Make that 6. You throw in the 20 car of Blake Chapman as they work through 1 and 2. Morano looking good in the early parts of this main event, just continuing to roll the inside of the racetrack, the left front and the left rear tyre all in the moisture, down right close to that inside berm. He'll do the same down into 1 and 2. One more time. Gee, Morano looks very strong on the inside. Salas will get shuffled back to the 4th position. 5th is Schatzer, but not for long because here comes Blake Chapman in the 20. Right above the slick goes Schatzer and Salas. Right to the inside, near the inside berm goes Morano and Chapman. Morano, here he comes. Isaac Salas in the 5 machine. That Super Dirt Car Series Venom Racing entry. Gets to the outside of Morano one more time. Shreves also running that inside racing line around the Knoxville Raceway. Salas has got third at the start-finish line. That can be very big when it comes to a yellow coming out. 6 down. Now Salas has got a huge run down the back straightaway. Salas now starting to find his feet, finding a rhythm here at the Knoxville Raceway. 7 down at the completion and at the start-finish line. Shuts it to the outside and Morano. Morano had 4 just by a front bump. It wasn't all that much between Schatzer and Morano. Gee, I tell you what, Knoxville Raceway turning it on here in the opening 8 laps so far of this main event. We complete lap number 8, still 22 to run. Salas now all over the back of Shreves down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh boy, Salas had to back out of it big time. Morano now, here comes Schatzer. Schatzer trying to think better of it. He was thinking, where do I go with this debacle? And Blake Chapman comes out the big beneficiary out of all that one. Chapman goes from about 6, he'll go to position number 4. Schatzer pulling the 218 infield. Oh, you hate to see it for Kurt Schatzer. He had a phenomenal car in the opening 8 1/4 laps of this main event. Just getting caught up, nowhere to go. Barker, yellow is out. Barker, just as we're about to complete what is lap, or what would have been lap number 10. Brian Beam in the 339. Let's take a look at the instant replay. Oh, okay. Jason Butterfield it was. Oh, Butterfield and Vecchio. Vecchio gone to the inside. He was coming up. And the right front of Vecchio just caught the left rear there of Butterfield. Bob the Good comes in. And tell you what, hats off to Brian Beam. Done well to avoid all of that there. So they get the 2 to green signal. The 2 to green signal. So the light's still flashing on the safety car. Second caution. And once we go back to green, we're going to be 1/3 of the race distance complete. We'll have 10 down and 20 to go. Schatzer still pit side. Again, with the double file restart, the way they're going to line up, Barker out inside, Shreves outside. That's row 1. Second row, Salas inside, Chapman outside. Row 3, Morano inside, Pomelo outside. Row 4, Spangler inside, Lawson outside. Then you go back to row 5, Backman inside, Jacob Musso outside. Then you go back to Raomi, Wentz in row 6, Templeton, Clump row 7, Gilbert, Joseph Musso, row 8, Michael Vecchio, Gary Sigelco, row 9, Bob the Good, Brian Beam, row 10, and Jason Butterfield at the back of the bus by himself for the 21 cars left on the racetrack. With Kurt Schatzer back in the pits. Here we go. Safety car is in. And Jeffrey Barker says, let's go racing back on the Knoxville Raceway. Salas immediately diving down to the inside right now on Rennie Streets in the 56. Morano, oh boy, Morano, Pomelo, Chapman, oh boy, somehow everybody keeping it together and we stay green. No, we don't. Pomelo, Spangler. Pomelo and Spangler involved. Oh my. And this all started here. I mean, where do you even begin to comprehend what happened? Look at this 3 wide. It looks like Pomelo and Morano come together. Back, the 007 car. Backman tried to go to the inside. Just chaos. All hell had broken loose. What's going on, MXOA, brother? So lights will come back on. The yellow lights, that is. Back-to-back cautions should signal single file restarts here in Knoxville. Looks like the lights will go out this time. So lights are out, single file restart. All right, back to green we go, and Jeffrey Barker sets off into the sunset here at Knoxville as he looks to drive away from the competition. Meanwhile, Isaac Salas now looking with a run on the outside, and Randy Strees. Salas just caught the guardrail there on the outside, going down into turn number 3. Checked up the momentum of that number 5 machine, Blake Chapman. Back there in 4th, Morano rounding out your top 5, going right to the cushion, right upstairs into turn number 1. Cuts it back down to the middle, goes Isaac Salas in the 5. Boy, Shrees not leaving a whole lot of room up there for Isaac Salas. We're nearly going 3-1. Look at the top 3. Oh boy, all running different lines here at Knoxville. Salas has to back out of it. Shreves, how far will he slide it up? He'll slide it all the way to the top, but cuts back down to the inside, goes Isaac Salas. Could this be the move for the race lead? Oh, we're about to find out. Oh, speaking of the race lead, Salas just got into the back of Parker, just a little bit unsettled at the 5:13. Salas backed out of it. Parker kept it going. Parker still your race leader. 3 wide for the runner-up position. Chapman has no choice but to back out of it. Shreves and Salas continuing their battle for the runner-up position right now. Morano, Lawson as well back there in 5th and 6th. Boy, Jacob Musso in the 61. Logan Wentz, Brandon Templeton. I feel like Templeton's passed about 426 cars here at the Knoxville Raceway already. Battle is on. Shreves, Barker, nearly 3 wide. Salas again having to back out of it. We're past half race distance. We're 16 down and 14 to go. The change is up for the race lead. Randy Shreves. Oh no! Shreves had it. He would have had it, but the yellow comes out. And I believe we go back to the last recorded lap, and I think Barker... Well, Barker's not going to have it anymore. Randy Shreves is your race leader. Oh my goodness. Shreves has now taken over the number 1 position. Jason Butterfield back to the pits. His night is pretty much done for right now. Yeah, he's gone. Finish, he's packed up. The 358 modified, as has Kurt Schatzer out of the event. But as we roll around behind the RAC.com safety car here at the Knoxville Raceway, Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder fall season week number 4. Thanks to Top Notch Trucking. .358 modifieds on the racetrack. Don't forget, in probably about, well, 25 minutes time, we are going to have the big block modifieds here at the Knoxville Raceway. Super excited for yet another season here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network live each and every Thursday night. The Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder fall season. I'll go through the schedule on how it's all going to play out after our interviews and before we get into the commercial break. Here we go. Lights are out. Single file restart. 14 to go. Randy Shreves looking to put the 56 car in the victory lane. Can he do it? Salas will go straight to the top side. Barker again stays back down to the inside. Down the back straight away. Barker still protecting that inside line. He's a firm believer. Well, if you're going to go around him, you're going to go the long way. Barker is that inside line starting to wear thin through turn number 3 and 4. I think Salas may have had second there at the start-finish line. Now Chapman is all over and closing in on the back of the 5:13. But now here comes Salas coming up. The race leader yellow is out. Oh boy, and these yellows, if they keep stalking the 56 car, how will Randy Shreves handle the pressure of having Isaac Salas behind him? And do the mind games, do they start to play? Boy, I tell you what. That was very close between Salas and Barker at the start-finish line. Between Barker and Salas at the start-finish line. Only time will tell who is going to find themselves into Knoxville Raceway victory lane. Who will take that right-hand turn? So your lights are still flashing here on the iRacing.com safety car, which means 2 to green. And which means once we go back racing, we will have 12 laps. So 18 of the 30 laps will be complete. Don't forget, we had our heat races earlier on, 3 heat races on the program. They were 8 laps in distance. We took everybody to the main event. No consolation race required, seeing as though there was only 22 drivers. We had 8 drivers in heat 1, 7 drivers in heats 2 and 3. I appreciate everyone watching here on Ultimate Dirt TV and watching on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are watching. Or if you're watching on Facebook, hit that like and follow button. Share it around. Let everyone know that who you're watching for, who you're cheering on for. Lights are out. We get ready to go back racing here at Knoxville. Shreves, Salas, Barker, Chapman, and Lawson. Safety car in. Shreves just waiting very, very patiently. Oh boy, Salas. Some mechanical issues there on the restart. We go back green. Salas again goes immediately to the top side into turn 1. Off for turn number 2. He's right through the middle. And now getting a run as Shreves goes to move up the racetrack. And the big slide job comes out from Isaac Salas. And Salas is going to take over the race lead there on the exit of turn number 4. He got it at the line. Salas will lead what is lap number 19. 11 to run. Shreves back there in second. Third is Barker. Chapman in fourth. Then you go back to Lawson, rounding out your top 5. Morano back to 6th. 7th is Jacob Musso. Brandon Templeton, Logan Wentz battling it out for 8th and 9th position. Biggest movers through the field. Mark Gilbert plus 12. Brandon Templeton plus 9. Gilbert has gone from 22nd. He's up to position number 10. And Templeton, oh boy, problems for the 61 car of Musso. Meanwhile, Barker, he's got Chapman closing in right now. We now get to single digits of the laps remaining. Lawson got some company with Morano to the inside there, just to the right of your screen, watching Barker and Chapman go nose to tail. Now watching Lawson, Morano to the inside on Lawson. Lawson stays right through the middle, right above the slick lane. Salas has figured something out here at the Knoxville Raceway that nobody else has been able to figure out. And boy, I tell you what, the 5 machine, he is a honking and a hooting and a tooting here at the Knoxville Raceway. 7 laps to go. Can Chapman close in car number 20? He's 1 spot from the podium position, and that final spot on the podium belongs to the man that took out heat race number 1, that man that started on pole. Oh boy, we are yellow. We are not done with, not by a long shot just yet. Boy, the stories are starting to develop here at the Knoxville Raceway. Who's going to walk over to Dingus, a very happy camper? Well, we're 6 laps away from finding that one out. But don't forget, they can't go to Dingus just yet unless They plan on not taking out the big block modified because big block modifieds will wrap up what will be race number 2 here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and race number 2 live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. So still plenty of racing to come. So, if you want to get involved, like I said, you can head to the website of Coast to Coast. Check out them on the World Wide Web at www.c2crl.com. As I believe they have there, the Dirt Alliance presents the Flatline Racing Bodies World Finals, October 17th through to October 23rd. 360 wing sprint cars, pro late models, and 358 modifieds. So Tuesday, the 17th of October, 4 races. The Veterans Wing 360 qualifier, followed by the Wing 360 qualifier number 1. Then they go to the pro late model qualifier number 1. Then to wrap up the night, the 358 modified qualifier number 1. Let's get to that in just a few moments' time because there is still plenty of action. Safety car goes in. Salas jams the throttle to the floor. We immediately watch Jeffrey Barker because he's got some company right now with Blake Chapman through turn number 1 and 2, although Barker looks good there on the inside right now of Randy Shreves. So Shreves trying to follow the line of Isaac Salas, coming to 5 to go. So the palm is out from flag on the flagman. Barney says, let's go. 25 down, 5 laps left to run, and Barker has not gotten off the bottom side all race long. Will it pay dividends in the latter part of this main event? Will he be able to get himself back up to the runner-up position? Morano fights down to the inside there on Chapman. They nearly made contact. Look at them go 3 wide off turn number 4. Now they're spreading themselves out 2 by 1 by 2 by 2 and 1. Oh boy, there is a whole lot of action on your screen right now. Barker and Shreves, just as things start to heat up for second, all the way back through to position number 8. We go yellow. Pomelo back to the pits. So going back to the Dirt Alliance and Flatline Racing Bodies World Final, October 17th through to October 23rd. So going back to Wednesday the 18th, they'll have the Veterans Pro Late Model Qualifier. Then back it up with the Wing 360 qualifier number 2, Pro Late Model qualifier number 1, your 358 modified qualifier number 2. Thursday the 19th will be the Veterans 358 qualifier again, followed by the Wing 360 non-qualifiers number 1, the Pro Late Model non-qualifier number 2, and then to wrap up Thursday night with the 358 modified non-qualifier number 1 as well. Still plenty of action to come. Friday the 20th of October, Wing qualifier, Wing 360 non-qualifier number 2, followed by the Pro Late Model non-qualifier number 2, and then the 358 modified non-qualifier number 2. Saturday 21st, your E-main, your D-main, and your C-mains. Sunday the 22nd, Wing 360 B-main, the Pro Late Model B-main, and the 358 modified B-main. Then Monday 23rd, it concludes a week of racing from the dirt track at Charlotte. The Wing 360 Sprint Car World Finals, followed by the Pro Late Model World Finals, and then your 358 Modified World Finals. The Dirt Alliance presents the Flatline Racing Body World Finals, and all proceeds go to Team RWB. Driver registration, 1 class, $15. And if you're non-Dirt Alliance drivers, $20 for 1 class. If you want to race 3 classes, it's $40 for non-Dirt Alliance drivers and $30 for 3 classes if you are a part of the Dirt Alliance drivers. Here we go, back to green, back underway. in the main event. Isaac Salas is now 3 laps away from visiting victory lane one more time. Shrees, Barker, I think that should be your top 3. And, well, we go yellow, which will take that away. So just like that, we were almost done. So hopefully we're not too far away. Don't forget, Big Block Modified still left on the program. Here we go, 2 laps left to run. Who will it be? Will Isaac Salas hold on? Who's going to be the podium? Randy Shrees, Jeffrey Barker. Can they hold on to the final spots on the podium? Shrees with a mammoth run down into turn number 3 and 4. May have just opened up the eyes of Isaac Salas. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go here at the Knoxville Raceway. Salas has got it. Rides the cushion all the way through turn number 1. By the time he got to turn number 2, he cut it back down to the inside, down the back straight away for the final time. Down into turn number 3. He protects the inside line off for turn number 4. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Isaac Salas is going to go to Knoxville Raceway victory lane. And we get your 358 modified main event in the books. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Here it is. Isaac Salas gets the win ahead of Randy Shrees, home in second. Jeffrey Barker will grab third. Fourth is going to go to Blake Chapman. Brian Lawson rounds out your top 5. Anthony Morano, Mark Gilbert, Logan Wentz, Patrick Spangler, and Scott Rayomi. Those drivers make up your top 10. We go over the page. 11 through to 20 is Samuel Backman, Harold Clark, Michael Vecchio, Joseph Musso, Bob DeGood, your top 15. Brian Beam, Gary Sigelco, the last car on the lead lap. Jacob Musso home in 18th, 3 laps down. Alex Pomelo in 19th. Brandon Templeton 20th. And then Jason Butterfield and Kurt Schatzer to round out the field here at the Knoxville Raceway. Let's go down to victory lane and we will chat to your top 3. As we go from back to front, home in position number 3, it's the 513 car, the man that started on pole. It's Jeffrey Barker. Jeff, congratulations on 3rd place. And boy, I was going to say, you had a good car there in the first half of that race, but just falling off. But hey, managing to hold on to a 3rd place, you got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, it was a good finish. It's never fun to fall back and finish. You know, I'd have been a hero if I did that from 5th. But no, it was cool. It was a good finish. Couple of tough drivers around me, so. Didn't know I could move up until after somebody passed me, and then it was kind of jammed up there, so kind of did my thing.
Man, you look like you're pretty content on running the inside line for the most part of that feature. Was that always your game plan going into this 30 lap, starting on the pole?
Well, not really. It was just to stay ahead of them, but as I said, you don't know you need to change lanes until somebody challenges you, so, and I just kind of got stuck down there.
Well, a good way,
excuse me.
A good way to open up the fall season week number 4 here at the Knoxville Race, where you put the 358 modified back in the hauler. You'll bring the big block out. Jeff, congratulations on the 3rd place. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this race car that made this possible for you.
All right, I got to thank you for putting on the broadcast, as always. C2C Racing League for putting it on. Top Notch Trucking for sponsoring the division. United States Marine Corps for helping me out with my grow to where I am today so I can drive this car. And yeah, that's about it. I'm good.
Jeff, well on 3rd. We'll see you back in the big box very shortly.
Thank you, sir.
Jeffrey Barker home in 3rd place. Home in 2nd place tonight, it's the 56 car of Randy Shrees. Randy, congratulations on the runner-up finish. And, boy, I thought you might have had something there for Barker, but then you had the lead there for a couple of laps, and all of a sudden that 5 machine comes out of nowhere. But, hey, second place, good way to start off the Knoxville Raceway Week 4.
Yeah, not too bad at all. I knew once Isaac got by me, it was going to be hard to get back by him. I just kind of screwed up on that last restart that I was up front and spun my tires and went down low, and I should have stayed up top. And then Isaac got by me, and then that last lap, I thought I had something for him on that last restart, and I kind of blew that. I got a little too excited because, he's the man to beat in these things, and, it just would have been awesome if I could have. But, overall, it was a great race between me, Isaac, and Jeffrey, man. It was just, it was hella fun, man.
Track looked very tricky there at some stages throughout the course of that race. A lot of guys working the inside line there at the start, that middle line just above the slick. But then, Isaac showed his hand late in that race by running the cushion through the first turn. They got to the second turn. Sometimes he was upstairs and sometimes he was cut down low. How tough is it to try and predict what the racetrack is going to do lap after lap?
Yeah, it's definitely tough, especially here. The track changes just so quick. One lap it'll be up top, next lap it'll be down at the bottom. I don't know, you're just kind of searching around the whole time, trying to find the best line, and then when you got Isaac right there, that makes you a little more nervous, and makes it a lot tougher to try to find a line.
Randy, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight in the 358 modified portion of the Coast to Coast Racing League. Before we let you go, of course, I'll let you thank everybody involved on this 56 machine.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, Alex Berger on over at ABR Setup Shop, Coulter West at Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, everybody at Coast to Coast, you, Brett, for putting this thing on, everybody at Ultimate Dirt TV, you guys are awesome, and I want to thank everybody for watching.
There we go, guys. Randy Shreves home in position number 2. And, well, once again, he finds victory lane. It's a sight that we're all used to seeing. The 5 of Isaac Salas once again victorious here tonight, here from Knoxville. Isaac, congratulations on this win. Boy, that was not easy.
No, that was I don't know how it looked up in the booth, man, but it was a blast in that top 5 for a little bit there. It was tight for sure.
Before you got to the race lead, before you were challenging those guys, you went upstairs just to try something different. You found something different. Were you surprised that nobody else went up there as quick as when you did after you got by most of the guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I was surprised. I was really nervous to show my nose to a lot of guys. And then all the guys behind me, I knew that there were some fast guys like Anthony and Blake and Brian and stuff like that. So I was like, man, if they come up here too, we're all going to just probably either ruin this cushion that's up here or we're all going to be battling for the lead here in a second.
Man, how tough is it to try and put consistent laps on the top side when you finally went up there, knowing that one little mistake means you jump the cushion, your right rear and your right side car goes into the wall. How tough is it to try and put the lap after lap consistently up there without sort of trying to bend and ruin your race car?
Oh man, it can be very, very tough times, especially when you know some of the guys that are around you, and that if you make a mistake, they're gonna fly right on by you. But yeah, man, when it's just kind of you up there and you can kind of just like zone in on what you need to do, it makes it at least a little bit more easy, I guess you could say.
Well, for another time you visit Victory Lane. This time you do it here at the Knoxville Raceway, the 358 modified portion of the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder fall season week number 4. Isaac, congratulations on this victory. You'll put this 358 modified away. You bring the big block modified out, so good momentum heading into the big block race. But before we let you go, Isaac, a lot of people on this race car, a lot of people behind the scenes. We'll let you thank everybody involved on this 5 machine.
Yeah, there's a bunch, brother. Thanks to all those guys over at Venom Racing. I know we had some awesome runs tonight. I know Brian got a top 5 in his first race back in at least a month. I know Mark charged up for quite a ways from I think like 20 something up to like 7. So that's awesome. So thanks to them. Thanks to Dean, the Super Dirt Car Series. Sucks that I can't be out Super Dirt Week right now, but hey, this is all right. Magnum Race Designs, Got Your Six Racing Network, RSN Trackside. I swear I have this RSN Trackside koozie, and I don't think I've lost since I've been using it. Mission 22, everything that they do for our veterans, man. Top Notch Trucking with my Gramps. Coast to Coast, everybody here. Thank you for the broadcast, Brett. You do an amazing job. It's always fun to get to hear you. So I hope you're doing good. And then, yeah, I mean, other than that, just thanks to my friends and my family, and then thanks to our veterans.
Isaac, well done on the win. We'll see you back shortly in the big blocks. Awesome.
Thank you, brother.
There we go, Isaac Salas, ladies and gentlemen, home in first place with your 358 modified. That is part 1 of 2 complete here at the Knoxville Raceway. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Summer Season Week number 4. We'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV, step aside here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and we will be back in a few short moments with your big block modifieds to come here from the Knoxville Raceway.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
For Lucy Olsen, she has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season. Week number 4 here from the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. And a field of 24 drivers have found their way, signing into the pit area. As we get ready, we are not too far away from rolling into what will be heat race number 1. And coming off your big block modified, where we've seen Isaac Salas pick up the 358 modifieds, where we've seen Isaac Salas pick up the win from Randy Streets, who came home second. And then it was Jeffrey Barker who rounded out the top 3 on the podium. Again, we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here to Ultimate Dirt TV and tuning in to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Again, we are just waiting for race control to give us the all clear, give us the signal to go racing. Big block modifieds on the program here tonight from Knoxville. Again, don't forget, October 17th through to October 23rd, the Dirt Alliance presents the Flatline Racing Body World Finals. October 17th to October 23rd, 360 wing sprint cars, pro late models, and 358 modifieds, all live from the dirt track at Charlotte, all live here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. If you want to know more, head over to www.c2crl.com and check it out and get registered for this one. So how it is going to work for this season next week. Tonight, of course, we're at the Knoxville Raceway. Next week, next Thursday night, we go to the Kokomo Raceway. Followed then, of course, then with the World Finals the following week. So we take a break and then we come back for week number 7, where we come back and we go straight to Lanier National Speedway, followed by the USA for week number 8. Week number 9 will be Kern County Raceway Park. Week 10, we go to Lucas Oil. Week 11, Williams Grove Speedway. Week 12, Eldora. And then, of course, week 13. But right now, it's time to go racing here at the Knoxville Raceway. Let's take a look at your starting grid for heat race number 1, because we're going to racing very quickly. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Logan Wentz, Michael Vecchio in row 1. Row 2, Jason Butterfield, Colin Johnston. Row 3, Mark Gilbert, Samuel Backman. And row 4, he's going to be Isaac Salas and Harold Klump. Safety car will move infield, and it is time once again to go racing here at the Knoxville Raceway. Big block modifieds on the program. Here we go. Green flag is up, throttles are down. We are racing. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder fall season week number 4. We're underway. It'll be Logan Wentz leading down the back straight away. Vecchio runs in the runner-up position. Here comes Mark Gilbert to the inside and Jason Butterfield. Gilbert, Butterfield side by side. Butterfield's got third at the line. Oh boy, they're already up to the cushion, already on here in heat race number 1 and lap number 1 to the track. Very slick right now. Certainly a cushion to lean on for these drivers. How will it play out for the rest of the night? Only time will tell. Salas runs the inside. We go 3 wide off turn number 4 if you don't mind. How do you do? Gilbert finds his way back to the 3rd spot. Salas back in 4th position. 3 8-car heat races, all 8 laps in distance. So the 24-car field will contest the 30-lap main event later on. Right now, Logan Wentz is your race leader. Mark Gilbert all over the back of Michael Vecchio down into turn number 1. Vecchio stays upstairs. Here comes Gilbert down to the inside. You've got a drag race off turn number 2. Butterfield trying to come after Isaac Salas now. Huge slider there by Mark Gilbert down into 3 and 4 on Michael Vecchio. Vecchio tucks in behind the 17 car. Now here comes Isaac Salas. Oh boy, Salas and Vecchio. They came together. Here comes Samuel Backman. Now problems for Michael Vecchio. He'll pull it up on the infield. We stay green for the moment. Logan Wentz with just 3 laps left to run. Gilbert still in that 2nd position. Here comes Salas in the right rear quarter panel, just touching the guardrail, the wall there in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Butterfield 4th, Colin Johnston was 5th, but make that. Harold Klump is now. Klump moves by into position number 5, relegating Johnston back to 6. Michael Vecchio back in the pit. Samuel Backman. Oh boy, problems for your race leader. Problems for Logan Wentz with 2 to run. And Mark Gilbert says, okay, I like that one. I'll take that every day of the week right now. Mark Gilbert coming to the white flag. And Logan Wentz, he must be spewing right now. Oh, he must be absolutely filthy. Oh boy, Mark Gilbert, do not give Isaac Salas a chance to rail around the top side. Here comes a big dive bomb down into turn number 3. No, Gilbert going to protect the line down into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. Gilbert slides up, back down to the inside goes Isaac Salas. A drag race down to the start-finish line, and that is tight. Oh boy, that is real tight. But Mark Gilbert going to come away victorious in heat race number 1. He will start on point 0.083 of a second over Isaac Salas. Jason Butterfield 3rd, Logan Wentz 4th, Harold Klump 5th, Colin Johnston, Michael Vecchio, and Samuel Backman, the 8 drivers for heat race number 1. Heat number 2, they will line up like this. On the pole, it'll be the 20 car, Blake Chapman, the 397, Alex Pomelo, position number 2. Position number 3, the 88 of Dan McLaren from 4, the 9 of Brian Lawson. From 5, the 155 of Eric Curtis. From 6, the USA 1 of Zachary Bardsley. From 7, the 32 of Anthony Morano. From 8, it's the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. So we are ready for heat race number 2. Second heat race of the night coming up. Green is out, Chapman, and it's going to be Dan McLaren now. McLaren to the race lead, and Dan McLaren making the intentions clear right from the get-go. Heat race number 2, he will lead lap number 1, but Chapman, well, I'll tell you what, Chapman not giving up right now, not without a fight. McLaren into the wall. Chapman goes back to the race lead. Pomelo now trying to close in on McLaren in the 88 machine. Lawson followed by Curtis are in 4th and 5th position. Curtis goes down to the inside and he gets the left front on the inside. Boom! Dan McLaren goes around. 360 kept it going. Caught Schatzer there just a little bit. But we are going to stay green. Oh boy, one car upside down. Zachary Bardsley in the USA number 1. Not a yellow just yet. We will stay green. 3 down, 5 to run. Morano inside on Curtis. Slider into turn number 1. Curtis now will turn it back underneath as Morano sits to the middle of the racetrack as they work down the back straightaway. Curtis and Morano, they go wheel to wheel through turn number 3 and off for turn number 4. Morano's got it. Curtis gonna fight back down to the inside. He'll slide it to the middle of the racetrack. Morano with a whole head of steam on the outside gets by Curtis, and Curtis, boy, I tell you what, he might need a new paint job after that one because Morano just flew by him. 3 to go here at Knoxville. Oh boy, hit in a shade of 3 wide action. Lawson was way upstairs into turn number 1 and 2. Morano is closing in. Morano, one of the quickest cars on the racetrack, other than your race leader of Blake Chapman. Chapman has just been given the popsicle sticks. He's been shown 2 laps left to run. Nobody is catching Blake Chapman. He's just turned the fastest lap of the race with a 19.619. But the battle right now is on for 2nd and 3rd between Brian Lawson and Anthony Morano. Morano cuts it down to the inside. Here he comes all over Lawson down into turn number 1. White flag is out. Lawson, Morano side by side through 1 off for turn number 2. They're still side by side down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4, Morano and Lawson. Morano slides up off for turn number 4. Chapman's going to win. Lawson back to the inside. Lawson and Morano. Oh my, that is close as you can get. Holy cow, heat race number 2. And there is literally nothing in it between Lawson and Morano. Blake Chapman going to be victorious. In heat race number 2, we wait for the official results to come up. We wait for official standings of heat race number 2. And up they come right now. Getting the win was Blake Chapman. Second will go to Anthony Morano by 6 1,000ths of a second over Brian Lawson. Eric Curtis, Dan McLaren, your top 5. Kurt Schatzer, Alex Pomelo, and Zachary Bardsley, your top 8. Heat race number 3, they will line up like this on the pole. It'll be the 7 car, Bob DeGood. To the outside, the 4 of Scott Raomi from position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 56 car of Randy Shreves from 4. It's the 24 of Kyle Moonen. From 5 with the 39 of Patrick Spangler. From 6 to 61 of Jacob Musso. From 7 to 63 of Joseph Musso. And from 8, it's the 513 of Jeffrey Barker. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Knoxville in the big block modifieds, and this time Patrick Spangler, he goes and challenges for the race lead into turn number 3 and 4. Rayomi to the outside. Scott Rayomi will lead lap number 1. Spangler, look at Kyle Moonen being the gutter rat down to the inside through 1 and 2, and Kyle Moonen is now going to challenge for the race lead. He's got the lead down into turn number 3. How will it fare off turn number 4 to complete lap number 2? And Kyle Moonen is your race leader. Rayomi led the first lap. Moonen will lead the second lap. Who's going to lead lap number 3? Give me something. Give me someone different. Give us a Patrick Spangler lap number 3 leader. And I think Kyle Moonen is going to be also happy with that one. And he says, no way, not on my watch just yet, buddy. But here comes Scott Rayomi back down to the outside. Moonen will lead what is lap number 3. Almost 3 wide. Rayomi jumped the cushion, caught the guardrail, and Spangler now goes down to the inside. Spangler, he may not have led lap number 3, but he's looking to lead lap number 4. That is a huge dive bomb down into turns 3 and off for turn number 4. He opens up the door once again for Kyle Moonen, but Patrick Spangler says, okay, I want to lead this lap. So it's amazing the different lines we are utilising here in heat race number 3. We've seen top early on. We've seen drivers utilise the bottom. Now we're seeing the slider line from Patrick Spangler work here at the Knoxville Raceway. Barker and Shrees, drivers that finished 2nd and 3rd in the 358 modified portion of the main event here at the Knoxville Raceway 20 minutes ago. They find themselves battling it out for 5th and 6th position right now. Rayomi got some company with the 61 car Jacob Musso in that Fast Eddie 61. That FTM, the Full Throttle Motorsports car number 4 of Scott Rayomi. Boy, closing in right now on the 24 car of Kyle Moonen. 11.5 to run past the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower. Here in heat race number 3, final heat race of the night. Here from the Knoxville Raceway, Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, fall season, week number 4. Spangler is half a mile from victory lane here in the 3rd and final heat. Moonen still runs into the runner-up position. He's at a top 2 car all heat race long, and that's going to stay that way into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4, Patrick Spangler. How about it for Patrick Spangler getting the win here in heat race number 3. Second will go to Kyle Moonen. Third is going to be Scott Rayomi. Jacob Musso comes home 4th. 5th is going to be Randy Shree, Jeffrey Barker, 6th, Bob DeGood, 7th, Joseph Musso coming home in 8th position, which means our warm-up session is upon us, and it means we have got a 3-minute warm-up session, so we'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Come back in just a few short moments. You're watching Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder here on Ultimate Dirt TV here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
For Lucy Olsen, she has her first point.
Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
And we are back live here on Ultimate Dirt to Mid, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, fall season, week number 4 here from the Knoxville Raceway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the callers. We get set to take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's 30-lap main event. Mark Gilbert in car 17 starts to the pole position in the 20 car from position number 2. That is Blake Chapman. From position number 3, the 39 of Patrick Spangler. From 4, the 5 of Isaac Salas. From 5, the 32, Anthony Morano. From 6, the 24 of Kyle Moonen. From 7, the 93 of Jason Butterfield. From 8, the 9 of Brian Lawson. From 9, the 4 of Scott Rayomi. From 10, the 18 of Logan Wentz. From 11, the 155 of Eric Curtis. From 12, the 61 of Jacob Musso. From position number 13, the 76 of Harold Klump. From 14, the 88 of Dan McLaren. From 15, the 56 of Randy Strees. From 16, the 13 of Cullen Johnston. From 17, the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. From 18, it's the 513 of Jeffrey Barker. From 19, the 007 of Michael Vecchio. From 20, the 397 of Alex Pomelo. From 21, the 7 of Bob DeGood. From 22, the 007 of Samuel Backman. From 23, the USA 1 of Zachary Bardsley. And from 24, it's the 63 car of Joseph Musso. We are ready to go racing here from the Knoxville Raceway. Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, fall season, week number 4. Thanks to Catalytic Recovery. Main event getting set to roll as they work their way down the back straightaway, 2 by 2 into turn number 3. Up for turn number 4. Safety car is in. Barney the iRacing flagman waves it up, waves it up. Let's get dirty for 30 here at the Knoxville Raceway. Flag is up, pedals are down. We are racing from Knoxville. And the fireworks will go off on the infield of the racetrack. Will there be fireworks on the racetrack? You bet your bottom dollar there will be. As here comes Patrick Spangler coming after Gilbert down into 3 and 4. Chapman trying to make it 3 wide for the race lead. Gilbert will lead lap number 1. We go 3 wide down into turn number 1 one more time. Chapman has gone from 3rd to 1st. Oh boy, what a 1 and 2 turn there for Blake Chapman. Now going to make the challenge down into 3 and 4. Coleman also on the inside. And we are yellow, so Chapman going to have to give both of those positions up. He'll have to go back to position number 3. Oh my. Catch a breath. This is going to be intense. This one is for the marbles. Who's going to get the chocolates? Who will get the win? Here at the Knoxville Raceway. Oh, you know, we're going to find out very shortly. So we wait for your field to double up. We wait for the lights to go out on the safety car. Field is set once again. Spangler and Gilbert getting ready to lead the field off turn number 4 this time. It is in the hands. The leader gets lane choice, and Mark Gilbert has chosen the outside line. Well, speaking of outside lines, Isaac Salas in the 5 got a monster jump there, but no, it's going to be Patrick Spangler to lead through turn number 1. Chapman to the inside on Gilbert as they work through 3 and 4, and we are yellow. And the good work there, Patrick Spangler, is all going to come unstuck because Mark Gilbert, he is going to be kissed on the you-know-what. He should go back to the race lead. That indeed he does. And Patrick Spangler, boy, I tell you what, he'd be filthy at that one. So we'll get the field line back up into rows of 2 by 2. All right, here we go. Waiting for waiting to go this time. Well, he's not going to be outdone this time because the way they got to the start-finish line, Salas was in second after restarting 4th and getting a good jump on the outside, relegating Patrick Spangler back to 3rd. But look at Mark Gilbert. He has chosen the inside line here at the Knoxville Raceway. Will he make it stick? We'll wait and find out. 3 down, 27 to go. Who's going to get the second there at the start-finish line? I think Spangler had it as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. This time Gilbert going to protect that inside line. Spangler trying to force his way. He's trying to force the door open. And well, he hasn't just forced the door open. He's kicked the goddamn door down shut. Spangler and Gilbert off at turn number 4. Patrick Spangler going to be rewarded with work on that inside line. Kurt Chatzer coming onto the racetrack. He is, well, not quite a lap down, but boy, there are some problems for the 218 machine. He's going to be wanting to hope to see a caution flag. If he doesn't, it's going to be a tough task for the 218 to stay on the lead lap. Salas getting by Mark Gilbert for the runner-up position. Now here comes Blake Chapman after Mark Gilbert off for turn number 2. Morano looking at Chapman and Gilbert goes side by side down into turn number 3. Off for corner number 4. Gilbert slides to the middle of the racetrack. Boy, it's amazing how different this racetrack is compared to what we've seen in the 358s. These cars, these big blocks, they've got a lot more horsepower, a lot more wiggle room to move around on the racing surface here at the big wide half-mile sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. Schatzer on the verge of getting put a lap down by Patrick Spangler. He's got 9/10 of a second lead over Isaac Salas. Morano's moved into position number 4, moving Mark Gilbert back to position number 5, and Kyle Moonen just on the outside of the top 5, back in position number 6. Look out, because here comes Blake Chapman. He closes in on the back of the 5 car of Isaac Salas. Maybe trying to preserve the top side for later on. Maybe trying to do what they did, as yellow will come out just as Kurt Chatzer. Now, I'm not sure whether he went a lap down or not, or whether it looks like that looks like Schatzer will go around the pace car, so he's going to stay on the lead lap. Hello, Tyler. How are you? Can appreciate everyone watching live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Lots of action back to come next week. Don't forget the World Finals, October 17th to October 23. It is going to be a mammoth week of racing. 360 wing sprint cars, pro late models, and 358 modifieds. There'll be qualifiers race, non-qualifiers race. Your E mains, D mains, C mains. You'll have your B mains. And then you will have the World Finals, Monday, October 23. Check out www.c2crl.com for more information to get signed up. Shasta had to wait for the safety car. Although it looks like he might be given this one now. So there he goes. He'll be given the signal to go past the pace car, and so a single file restart. 9 down, 21 to go. So Schatzer will now tag up to the tail end of the field. Back in 24th position. Spengler, Salas, and Chapman. Morano and Gilbert, your top 5. We go back to Greed. Little bit of a bump and grind there on the restart as Salas trying to make that inside line work through 1 and 2, but Patrick Spengler says, no, I'm going to take that line. I've had it for the most part of this feature event. I'll make it work. On the left front of Spengler, he was all up on that inside boom through turns 3 and 4. This time, Salas now, he's made the choice to go upstairs very early on, mind you. He didn't go up there till about 10 or 11, maybe 12 laps to go in the big blocks. Trying something different, goes to 5. This time he goes back down to the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. Back to the bottom he goes into 1 and 2. So realizing that not quite just yet that he needs to panic as Kyle Moonen now moves his way to position number 5 as he gets by the 17 of Mark Gilbert. As Gilbert fights back on the outside, they make a bit of contact down into turn number 3. Moonen and Gilbert, meanwhile, keep an eye on Lawson Butterfield. They battle with Dan McLaren and Logan Wentz. McLaren and Wentz go side by side. Wentz nearly into the left 3/4 panel there of the 93 car, Jason Butterfield. McLaren now back into the top 10. He's found his way to position number 9. Butterfield back to 10th. Meanwhile, Pomelo trying to get by Mark Gilbert for 6th spot on the racetrack. Gilbert goes upstairs. Pomelo goes down to the low side. They work past the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower. And boy, Gilbert may have found something upstairs. Boy, looked very good. To the top of turn number 1 and 2 was that 17 car. This time he stays mid-track. Speaking of going upstairs, Blake Chapman, Anthony Morano, they go side by side. Morano down to the inside. Chapman now going to the cushion into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. He cuts it back to the middle of the racetrack. Just shy of 6/10 of a second. Here's the gap at the half race distance. 15 down, 15 to go for Patrick Spengler over Isaac Salas. Who is going to get the win here at the Knoxville Raceway? Can Salas back up and clean sweep the Knoxville Raceway for fall season week number 4 of the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder big block modified race? He's already done it in the 358. Chapman again, still working to the top side. He cuts it down to the low side of turn 2. Moonen back there in 5th position. Then you go back to Pomelo and Gilbert in 6th and 7th position. Meanwhile, McLaren is up to 8th and got a bit of a gap back to Brian Lawson in 9th. 10th is going to be Jeffrey Barker, and we are yellow. So past half race distance, 13 laps to go. Can Patrick Spangler hold on for a famous victory here at the Knoxville Raceway? Only time will tell. So don't forget, next week, what is week number 5? We travel to Kokomo. And then, of course, week number 6, we are off with the big blocks. Because your non-qualifiers race for the World Finals, it starts October 17th. Lights are out. Back underway one more time. Again, we see the top 5 go straight to the low side. The first man to go upstairs inside the top 10 was Mark Gilbert. He had to try and make something different work. Now different in 3 and 4, different scenario. We see the 5 of Salas. He goes upstairs, but this time he leaves that inside line open there for Anthony Morano. And Morano going to try and take it down. Now doing what he did in the 358 was Isaac Salas. He went to the top in turn number 1, tried to cut down line. Will he do the same in 3 and 4? Yes, he does. Still sticking to the inside goes the 32 car. So couldn't quite come all the way down. Now Salas is going to go back down to the inside. Figure, well, you know what? That was a little bit slower. It was 2/10 slower than what Patrick Spangler was. They're on the previous lap, a 19.688 compared to a 19.919. Salas still half a tenth slower. Salas again with 10 to go. Patrick Spangler, your race leader there, is second, third, fourth on screen. Salas in the 5 in second. The 32 of Morano in third, and the 20 of Chapman in position number 4. Then you go back to the 24 of Kyle Moonen. Those drivers, that's your top 5. They all run behind the 39 car. The Training Wheels Racing entry of Patrick Spangler. Oh, Salas jumped the cushion, caught the wall, and lost not 1 but 2 spots. Now loses a podium position. And oh boy, he gets lucky with that one because the yellow is out. Yellow is out, and Salas will go back to the runner-up position. So lights are out, pace car is in. We're back to green. We'll try it again with what is 8 to go. So heat race distance is all that separates Spangler and a victory here in Knoxville. A lot of the drivers still work on the inside racing line. Salas, Morano. Salas is not going to go upstairs. Speaking of going upstairs, Kyle Moon and Mark Gilbert, they both go upstairs, and Alex Pomelo looks to get 2 for the price of 1, but does not make that happen. He almost got them both, but he had to basically give them back right straight away. 6 to run. Pomelo and Gilbert. Just as we got the 6 to go signal. Yellow comes out. We freeze the lineup. So, who is going to get this one? Who will take themselves to victory lane? Can Isaac Salas, can he double up on the win from the 358? Or will Patrick Spangler, will he split it with him 1-1? Six to go. Spangler, Salas, Morano. Now Spangler wastes little time there on getting us back underway. He wants to get away from Isaac Salas, and Salas somewhat caught sleeping there on that restart. Boy, he is going to have to drive the wheels off that thing if he wants to have any sort of chance at picking up the win, or he'll have to wait from a mistake from Patrick Spangler. You watch Morano on screen in the 32 car, trying to close in on Isaac Salas. Salas using the slider line through turn number 1 and 2. Good entry speed in the 5 machine, but it's the exit speed that is getting him right there. And again, he does it one more time, but still loses a bit of time. Although picked up a quarter of a tenth of a second right now. 2/100ths was all that separated him between lap times, and Spangler finds himself coming to 3 to go. And here comes the 5 of Salas. He has got 1.5 miles to go. Spangler, the left front just catches the berm. And Spangler and Salas, here we go. Salas, 50-50, grind onto the guardrail. He's got it back on all fours, and he's still in position number 4. What a move by Isaac Salas, and one that has pretty much given himself any sort of possibility at going for the race win. Morano. What can Morano do here in the last 2 laps? Spangler, he has almost got this sign sealed and delivered. Spangler with 1 to go off turn number 4. Once he gets that white flag, we race it for the last 1/2 mile, and for 4 more turns. He's gotten through 1 and 2, past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, past the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower, down into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. Your big block modified main event winner is going to be Patrick Spangler. Anthony Morano comes home in second. Blake Chapman will grab third. Oh my, what a feature race we have just witnessed. Let's take a look at your official results. Spangler gets the win, Morano second, Chapman third, Salas fourth, Moonen rounds out your top 5, Barker in 6th, Gilbert 7th, Pomelo 8, Lawson 9th, Schatzer rounds out the top 10. 11th is Curtis Shrees in 12th, Rayomi 13, Joseph Musso 14, Wentz 15th, Klump 16, Bardsley 17, DeGood 18, Vecchio 19th, Jacob Musso 20th, 21st, Johnston 22nd, McLaren, Butterfield 23rd, and Backman in 24th position. What a feature race we have just witnessed. We'll chat to your top 3, and we'll go from back to front. Home in 3rd place tonight, it's the 20 car of Blake Chapman. Blake, congratulations on this 3rd place finish here tonight. Boy, what a way to wrap up what has been fall season week number 4 here at Knoxville. You find yourself 3rd place in big blocks. You must be happy with that one.
Yeah, a little disappointed at the same time too. I felt like I might have been able to win this thing if that first caution didn't come out, or if iRacing lined us up the way we were supposed to be lined up on that second caution. But it's just the way it goes, and on this track you just kind of had to fall in line and follow the leader on the bottom, and that's what I did.
Like, totally different racetrack to what we've seen in the 358 modifieds. Were you surprised that you guys didn't really get off the bottom?
Oh yeah, very surprised, especially now that we got more horsepower in these things. I thought the top was going to come into play. I thought that was going to be the place to be at, but that bottom was just so fast all night long. It was very surprising.
Blake, congratulations on third place here at the Knoxville Raceway, the big block modified portion of the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season, week number 4. Blake, before we let you go, of course, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 20 machine that helped get you here tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank my parents and grandparents for watching and supporting, all the guys down at the Kreitz Sim Racing team and the Can-Am Racing team. I got to thank Malcolm's Mills, Mill Riding, Andy down at A&J Custom Creations, and Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps for making all my cars look good. I got to shout out Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. I got some of their new Halloween flavors down here with me. I got caramel green apple, spiced pumpkin delight, and apple pie. So they got some new flavors out. Make sure you go check those out. And don't forget to use code CART at checkout for 15% off of your purchase. And I got to thank you for putting this broadcast on.
Blake, well on third place. We'll see you back next week.
Thank you.
Blake Chapman home in third place. Home in second place tonight. It's going to be the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Anthony, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Well, you had to settle for third there for the most part of that feature event. Got lucky there in the end. And, well, second place. Not a bad way to kick off, or to finish off, I should say, fall season week number 4 here at Knoxville.
Yeah, Brett, thanks a lot. Isaac got away with one earlier when he tagged the wall and the caution came out, saved himself a little bit, and then did it again. It was my lucky break on that one. I don't think I would have had anything for him, but I'll take what I can get.
I was saying to Blake earlier, man, are you surprised with how different this racetrack was compared to the 358s where, Isaac was able to utilise that top side for the most part of this feature event over the course of 30 laps in the big blocks, more horsepower, all you guys just pretty much rolled around the bottom?
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was hoping we can run the top a little bit. I'd rather run up there, but I was using a ton of brake just trying to keep the car straight on the bottom and get the drive off just to keep up with Blake, Isaac, and Patrick. They're a lot faster than I usually am, so, I mean, it worked. But I don't like riding around the bottom. It's not as much fun.
Well, Anthony, congratulations on this runner-up finish here tonight from the Knoxville Raceway. Before we let you go, of course, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 32 car.
My wife, Sherry, Full Throttle Motorsports, DJ Sim Shop, Super Air Car Series, GripHack.com, Swan Speed, and Hi Mom Lens.
Anthony Morano home in position number 2 and getting the win here tonight from the Knoxville Raceway. It's the Training Wheels Racing car number 39. And I think it's safe to say the Training Wheels have been taken off and he finds victory lane. Patrick Spangler. Patrick, congratulations on this win. You got lucky there at some parts of that main event, but man, once you got out in front, you must have been a little nervous there in those last sort of 5 to 6 laps.
Yeah, because I didn't know when the bottom was going to go away, and I was just kind of just a sit duck there. I was really good on the bottom, but on each restart, I'd always miss the bottom, and I was afraid Isaac was going to, because, like, if you're had your left rears in the tackiness there, it was like 2/10 quicker than if you were like a half a lane higher. So I kept worrying I would slide up and he'd get underneath me, and he's lightning quick in both small blocks and big blocks. So I figured if he got by me, he's going to be gone. But they were just able to hold on to the bottom there, and it never went away, and I would have liked a few less cautions, but was able to hold on to it.
Mate, were you surprised that the top was not as quick as what it was in the 358s? Because, once Isaac went up there, he only tried it for probably half a lap and then realised that, that wasn't the place to be. Were you surprised at, how good this bottom side was that entire feature race?
I was surprised because usually, like, when the track slicks off the big blocks, you can let them heat up top and they'll just motor around. And then in the heat race, I was doing that slider line and it was working out. And the very last lap, I hit the bottom of 3 and 4, and I went 2/10 quicker than any of my other laps. So I knew the bottom was there, but I didn't expect it to stay there the entire feature. So that was nice.
Patrick, well done on the win here at the Knoxville Raceway. Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Fall Season, week number 4. You are victorious in the big blocks here from the sprint car capital of the world. Patrick, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 39 car.
Yeah, it's you for the awesome broadcast each week, just top-notch every week. Rod from the league, Training Wheels Racing, UDEX Sim Designs for the design, and Dad, Uncle back on watching.
Patrick, well done on the win. We'll see you next week back at the Kokomo Raceway.
Yep, see ya.
And there we go. Patrick Spangler home in position number 1 here from the Knoxville Raceway, which will wrap up fall season week number 4 of the Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. And boy, what a way to finish here tonight. Congratulations to Patrick Spangle, who got the win over Anthony Morano, who came home second, and Blake Chapman rounded out the podium. That will do us here for tonight here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. There is no NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series broadcast. If you're a broadcaster, you're watching this one and you want to get involved, message Roger Craig or find them on the social media pages. Or check them out on the website, www.c2crl.com. And you can be part of all this wonderful action live each and every Thursday night. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and on behalf of the Coast to Coast Racing League and the Coast to Coast Racing Network, we say farewell, good night, congratulations to our winner. We'll see you back next week live from the Kokomo Raceway. But until then, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying goodbye.